This is the Great Sudoku for AngryMarks.com. You can get at me on Twitter at Great Sudoku. You can follow along live with live tweets we do during the G1 Climax, 5:30 a.m. Eastern Time when the shows run. Again, you can get at me at Great Sudoku. There are a handful of us that tweet in English during the G1 Climax, watching it live on New Japan World. It is a lot of fun if you want to get at me. Hey, just follow me on Twitter. We'll get right to the G1 Climax action for August 11th. Match number one on the undercard, we had Mascara Dorada and Jay White teaming up to take on the Bullet Club team consisting of Yujiro Takahashi and Cody Hall. And who do you think's going to eat the pin in this match? That's right, it's Jay White. Takahashi picks up a pinfall victory over Wright after hitting him with the Miami Shine. So Bullet Club goes over in match number one. Match number two, we get Bullet Club again. Carl Anderson and Tama Tonga take on Kushida and Captain New Japan. Much like the first match, hey, any guesses as to who's going to eat the pinfall in this match? That's right, Captain New Japan eats the pinfall. He takes a gun stun from Anderson, or as I like to call it, the Carl Cutter, and BizCliz picks up their second win of the night. Match number three, another tag team match, teaming up were Haruki Goto and Yohei Komatsu. They took on Michael Elgin and David Finlay. And this match was nothing more than an exhibition for Michael Elgin to show just how damn strong he is. At one point in the match, Elgin had Goto draped across his back and Komatsu across his front, and Elgin suplexed them both. It was impressive. And Elgin is the one that ends up getting the win for his team here. He powerbombs Komatsu into the corner turnbuckle paddling, picks him up, twirls him around with the spinning helicopter Elgin bomb. 1, 2, 3. Elgin and Finlay are your winners in match number three. Match number four, we had a team of Satoshi Kojima, Yuji Nagata, Tomoaki Hanma, and Ryusuke Taguchi taking on the Chaos A-team of Shinsuke Nakamura, Kazuchika Okada, the Stone Pitbull, Tomohiro Ishii, and Yoshihashi. And what was memorable about this match is the foreshadowing of the singles matches that are coming up tomorrow. Nagata was the first man into the ring for his team, and he called out Okada, who is his opponent for singles action tomorrow night. Okada did not want to get in the ring with him right away, but when Okada was tagged in later in the match, he tried to call Nagata in the ring. Nagata didn't want to get in the ring, so there's kind of this psychological cat and mouse game they're playing with each other, trying to get into each other's head before their singles matchup tomorrow night. And not to be outdone, Nakamura and Kojima also got into it, trying to psych each other out in preparation for their match tomorrow. They've also got a singles match coming up tomorrow. But the real story was after the match, Tomohiro Ishii and Tomoaki Hanma brawled all through the crowd. I mean, this started to look like Hanma's days back in Big Japan. That's how this brawl went. And guess what? Surprise, surprise. Ishii and Hanma are slated for singles action tomorrow, so something to look for. The match itself, Nakamura ended up pinning Taguchi after nailing him with the second bomb IA of the match. Taguchi did manage to kick out of the first bomb IA, but not the second one, as Nakamura picks up the win for Chaos. And we'll move into the official G1 Block A matches for the evening. The first one, thankfully, they didn't put this as the main event. We had Tetsuya Naito with 10 points, taking on Doc Gallows with 2 points. And in a huge surprise here, a big upset victory, the big man, Doc Gallows, just destroys Naito with a double-handed avalanche choke slam and picking up a pinfall victory. And Doc Gallows moves to 4 points with the win, and we get another hashtag Naito heel fail in this match. The fans were clapping for Naito early on, so what does he do? He bumps the ref to get a boo. That's understandable. But the big hashtag Naito heel fail of this match was the fans started a Naito, Naito, Naito chant in the match. I've read people write about how brilliant Naito's heel character is. Really? You want to tell me how brilliant a heel character is that is getting chants of praise from the fans like he was a face? Yeah, Naito fails as a heel. This would be a gimmick better used on Kazuchika Okada, but I digress. Gallows does win and moves to 4 points. Match number 6 of the night, we had Hiroyoshi Tenzan with 2 points, taking on Katsuyori Shibata with 8 points, and we have another surprise upset victory in this one. Tenzan just planted Shibata into the mat with the Anaconda Vice chokeslam. He locked in the Anaconda Vice then for a second time on Shibata, and Shibata refused to tap out. While he refused to tap out, he did get choked out. The referee lifted Shibata's hands up. When it went limp, he called for the bell. So guess what? Katsuyori Shibata didn't get to do the penalty kick. Yay, stupid spot anyway. And Hiroyoshi Tenzan goes to 4 points with the victory. So yeah, we get a Naito loss. We get no penalty kick. The first 2 matches of this night are shaping up well for the A block. Wood match 7 of 9. You will be assimilated. assimilated into crap. No, it would not hold up to the first two matches of the evening for G1 singles action. Kota Ibushi at 6 points and Toru Yano at 4 points. This match lasted under a minute, and it was nothing more than a comedy match. I mean, actually, it wasn't even a match. It was a comedy spot. That's how short this damn match was. What happened was Yano takes Red Shoes, shoves him in front of Kota Ibushi, and then Yano low blows Ibushi from behind, rolls him up, and gets the pinfall victory. Victory being in quotation marks because this was a farce of a match that tarnishes the credibility of the G1 Climax tournament. The less I say about it, the better. My final note on this, Yano moves to 6 points. Match number 8 of the evening saw AJ Styles and Bad Luck Fale both with 10 points and both in Bullet Club taking on one another. And there was an interesting storyline to this match. When the match started out and Fale and AJ locked up and started to wrestle, AJ was yelling that Fale was supposed to lay down, that Fale lost a coin flip in the back to see who would lay down, and every member of Bullet Club who was in attendance that night was at ringside, and they were also yelling for Fale to relax and for him to lay down and for him to do the job. But thankfully, Fale did not, because the finger poke of doom is what killed WCW, and we don't need a finger poke of doom in New Japan, especially in 2015, and especially not at the G1 Climax. So yeah, it was a brawl outside of the ring for a while. There was some wrestling that went on in the ring. Styles did kick out at 2.8 following Fale's finisher of the choke lariat slam. It could have ended right there. But yeah, AJ Styles picks up the win and moves to 12 points with a very cheap pin with his feet on the ropes for the leverage. And of course, the referee did not see it. Surprise, surprise. So Fale remains at 10 points. AJ Styles moves to 12 points. In the final match of the evening, we had Hiroshi Tanahashi with 10 points taking on Togi Makabe with 8 points. And even before this match begun, I said I saw a pattern trending here. We had AJ Styles just move to 10 points, 12 points from 10 points. Here is Tanahashi at 10 points. I bet he is going to win and be at 12 points so we can set up a winner-takes-all match for the next G1 Climax A block. And that is exactly what happened. Tanahashi did pick up the win with a high fly flow, first to a standing Makabe, and then when he downed him with that, he went back up to the top turnbuckles and took him out with the high fly flow frog splash. I'm beginning to see why they call this guy the Japanese John Cena. Same old shit, same old shit. Tanahashi moves to 12 points. He's now tied with AJ Styles going into the final night of A block matches that take place in, I believe it's 2 days from now, but we'll get to that later. We'll go over the standings right now. In the A block, we have two guys at 12 points, AJ Styles and Hiroshi Tanahashi, and by no coincidence, they face each other at the next A block show. Good booking. Below them with 10 points, we have Tetsuya Naito and Bad Luck Fale. Two guys with 8 points below that, Tatsuyori Shibata and Togi Makabe. Two guys below that at 6 points, we have Kota Ibushi and Toru Yano. And two rounding at the bottom at 4 points are Doc Gallows and Hiroyoshi Tenzan. That is how your A block for the G1 Climax stands at this moment now. This is the Great Sudoku for AngryMarks.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Great Sudoku.